Hey kids, I love playing sports. Do you love playing sports? I love playing sports. And one of my favorite sports has always been soccer. And I know the World Cup just got done, which was super exciting. And when I played soccer, I thought I was the MVP, the best of the best. And I was bragging about it all the time. Well, the end of the season had come. And I had been talking to my team, and they were gonna vote who's the MVP, and I thought I should be it. And the votes came in, and I was not the MVP. I was the MVP last year, but not this year. And I was so devastated. Some call that being humbled. Well, in today's lesson, we're gonna look at a king that was humbled. And he thought he was the greatest of the great, and he was doing all these things, but really God was there, and he wanted to humble him because he had a bigger plan. So take a look at this video.
King Belshazzar, the ruler of Babylon, had a big feast. 1,000 guests came to eat and drink with the king. During the party, King Belshazzar brought out gold and silver containers for his guests to drink from. The containers had been taken from God's temple in Jerusalem. The king was misusing them. While the king and his guests drank, they worshipped their false gods, gods made of gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Suddenly, the feast was interrupted. A hand appeared at the wall, and its fingers began writing a message. The king watched the hand, and he was very afraid. His face was pale and his legs shook. The king stared at the message on the wall, but he didn't understand what it meant. The king called for the wise men in his kingdom. "If anyone can tell me what this message means, I will give him gifts and an important job in my kingdom," he said. The wise men came, but none of them knew what the message meant. King Belshazzar and his guests were upset. Then the queen remembered Daniel. Daniel was wise, so Daniel was called to the palace. Daniel saw the message and understood what it meant. The message was from God. Daniel reminded the king about what happened to his relative, King Nebuchadnezzar. "God made King Nebuchadnezzar great," Daniel said, "but King Nebuchadnezzar thought too much of himself, so God punished him." King Belshazzar had not learned from Nebuchadnezzar's mistakes. King Belshazzar did not love God. He loved himself the most, and he worshipped false gods. Then Daniel read the message aloud and told the king what the words meant. The words on the wall were Mene, Tekel, and Parsin. Mene meant that God had counted the days of the kingdom. The king wasn't going to be king anymore. The next word, Tekel, meant that God had given the king a report card, and he had failed. The word Parsin meant that Babylon would be split up and taken over by its enemies. That night, God's message came true. King Belshazzar was killed, and a new king named Darius took over Babylon. God humbled the proud king of Babylon by taking away his kingdom. King Jesus willingly humbled himself by dying on the cross for our sin. God raised up Jesus and gave him honor forever. When we humble ourselves and trust in Jesus, God will raise us up to enjoy Jesus in his kingdom forever.
The king was humbled, wasn't he? And Jesus, when Jesus came, he purposely humbled himself to be what we needed, a savior. We just celebrated Christmas, and that was super exciting. And I love Christmas. I love it. But I also think about how Jesus humbled himself. He had everything and more in heaven. But he said, I'm going to humble myself, come down to earth, and save the world. That's awesome. What an example we are to have to be humble like Jesus. So, reminder, let's be humble this year. Let's think about how we can put others first. We can not brag about all the things that we have done, because the fact is, there's always someone that's better. No matter where you go, there's always someone that is better than you or me at whatever it may be, sports, spelling, school, all those things. So let's be humble this year. And I'd love to just share with you guys our key verse. Our key verse is, "For the Lord your God is living among you. He is a mighty Savior. He will take delight in you with gladness. With his love, he will calm all your fears." Zephaniah 3:17. God is there for you. He's with you. And we want to live that way. We want to live humble. We want to live with God. And so, a reminder, let's say the key verse. If you say it to a parent and they let us know, we'll give you 5 MC Kids bucks. 5 MC Kids bucks, which is pretty cool. And so, reminder to do that. We want to keep our eyes and our ears open to hear what God has to say to us as well. Because God is speaking to us, and if we know it or we don't, and we want to know him, we want to grow in him, we want to have a deep relationship with him. So, hope you have a great New Year's Day. I'll see you guys soon. All right, kids. I don't have any bloopers today, but I have something really cool I want to show you. You guys want to see something cool? Yeah, let's do it. Come with me. All right, kids. I have boiling hot water. See all the steam coming off of it? When you throw it up in the air, ask your parents for permission to do this. Watch this. Wasn't that so cool? Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I love it. Hope you guys have a good New Year's Day. And I'll see you guys next Sunday.